Passed it straight to KDB. Not a man you want to give possession of football to as KDB breaks down the middle. Bardini Pinera brings him down. And a 5-minute horror spell for Bardini Pinera. And he could be off. He's going. What has just happened to us here then? Jesus going to be delayed from taking a penalty kick then while that substitute comes through. And here we go. Jesus up against Andre Onana. 5 minutes on the clock. City. He's gone with a chip and Onana will save it. That was dangerous, but we've got away with it. And actually, have a look at this then. Ravel Morrison carrying. Bosch might be in. Marcelo with him. Bosch again. Right-footed. Oh, what a... Oh, I can't believe he didn't score. Oh, KDB should have had a shot. It's come back to him. He might do, and he does. Just as I said he should have had a shot, he did. Gibbs White got fortunate earlier on in the game to get a touch that came back to him. And now so have Manchester City, and KDB has broke the deadlock here. We've had chances ourselves as it's found its way through to Herrera, and that ball has not left the field of play, but there we go. We go through to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. We didn't win on the night, and I'm actually a bit disappointed about that. Having said that, though, we've done the job, and for 85 minutes, after what could only be described as the worst possible start, we have been able to basically keep City quiet. Bosch had a really good chance to anyway at the bar. We could have won tonight, but we threw anyway. So honestly, not too worried. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Career Mode. Now today, of course, if you missed the last episode, go back and check it out because we advanced through into the quarterfinals of the Champions League, of which that game you're going to be seeing in this episode. But on top of that, we've got 3 extremely tough games coming our way today. So for you guys at home, going to be quite the viewing spectacle. But for me playing these, it is going to be damn tense, let me tell you that. So, as you guys saw, up first, we have got Feyenoord in the semi-finals of the Cup. Of course, we are the Cup holders at the moment, so trying to hold on to that and retain our title will be one thing. Following that game, though, 3 days later, we have got PSV in the league at home. Now, I would have liked this game to have been there on the Thursday, so we have like a week break. Wasn't meant to be, so it means I don't know what my side is going to look like for the Feyenoord game, but we'll have to consider that, of course. I don't want to be naming players that are then going to potentially be injured for that game, because this right here could well be the title decider between us and PSV. That's the thing we're going with here. So we need to keep that in consideration when we're picking our team for the Feyenoord game. But following on that, we got a little bit of a break, and then we go to PEC Zwolle away, which I might be... Oh, I am going to be playing, because of course we are trying to go unbeaten, and we'll end today's episode off with Hoffenheim in leg 1 of the quarterfinals of the Champions League. So 4 games to come your way, and of course it's 4 must-win games in essence. We're still undefeated in the league. Admittedly though, it's not really been all rosy, because if you take a look at the actual draws that we have here, it's still very close between us and PSV. I think they're 3 behind us if they win their game in hand here. So 21 wins out of 28, 7 draws, 0 defeats so far. But if they win, they're 3 behind and we play them today. So that could be, like I said, the title decider, or at least for PSV to get back in it and us to move forward. But I mean, look at the gap between Ajax and the second place PSV. It's huge, absolutely huge. So yeah, I don't quite know why it's so big. I don't know why Ajax haven't turned up in this series. Let's just say that. Bit disappointed in them, but what can you do? So I'm not sure if PSV are currently in the semi-finals of this cup. They are not, so they're out. So they haven't got to worry about contending with this. Groningen and Excelsior are the other semi-final playing, so PSV don't have to have a game here. So for them, they can name their strongest side against us and don't have to worry about swapping it around, but I am going to have to change it here. So let's do that, and let's head into our first game of today in what will be, hopefully, quite the episode. Now, I can't actually remember if I showed this in the previous episode, but we have actually got an injury to Milivojevic, so I think it's quite a long-term injury as well, so he's not going to be about for other games. As we can see, Bardini Pinera is actually suspended. So yeah, 3 weeks for Milivojevic, so it means he will not feature today, potentially might miss both the games against Hoffenheim. We'll have to wait and find that out, but the side is ready for this one against Feyenoord in the league, and I am primed and ready as well. Worst case scenario, we get knocked out, obviously, just before the final stage, which would be a bit disappointing, but it does allow us to focus more on that Champions League and the league itself. I did say this year with his contending, as we see Zoet starting in place of Onana today, this season with us contending on 3 different fronts, it's always going to be hard to retain, you know, the titles we won domestically. But so far, we are able to do that. If we can win today and obviously keep going in the league, we still have the possibility of the domestic double again, like we did last season. So we'll see how it goes. I think this might be my final year here at the Graafschap, potentially. Not yet decided, but I am considering maybe seeing what else is out there at the end of this season and potentially moving on. We'll decide that at a later stage, but let's head into this one. Feyenoord, our opponents. So, as we go on the defensive after 7 minutes, what we're going to get here. Tadibo goes over and does very well, finds De Graaf as well as he can play his way out. Very impressive last episode, De Graaf, and I forgot to actually edit him so he doesn't have the default boots. That's my mistake. But can we get a chance here? Herrera and Chong link up really well. And now look at this as Chong drives forward. De Graaf is waiting in the middle. De Graaf with a shot straight at the goalkeeper. And it was our first chance of this game. Obita picks up the ball now, finds Vet. And we are on the offensive looking for this first one of today. De Graaf. Oh, if he sends that to Chong, he's in. Maybe I'm hyping him up a little bit too much and singing his praises because already he had a shot which was straight at the keeper. Put it either side, 1-0 up. And if he sends in Chong there, maybe that's again 1-0. Tadibo, though, so far had 2 things to do defensively, and he's done them both really well. As Larsen is now in down the left-hand side for Feyenoord. Swings in the delivery, and it comes in. Tadibo does it. He's doing very well so far. Why did he not keep that in? I aimed it the other way from Van der Meer, and he just kind of, I don't know, jumped at it. I don't know what he tried to do, but at least he's going to win that one. I don't think there's going to be too much separating the 2 sides here today. Now, the problem is they didn't really have to name a weaker side, whereas we, of course, have done. I say weaker. There's still a few really good players out there that can cause problems. One of them being De Graaf, one of them being, obviously, Herrera, Chong as well. Is that not a free kick, ref? There was a little touch in there, but nothing given, and now there's another chance for them to break. Not a lot going to be separating the 2 sides, and I just hope that we are able to deal with any danger that comes into our box! Dive on it! What is my keeper doing? Why do my keepers do this? I swapped out Onana because I thought, you know what? Let's give... Oh my gosh! Let's give... So angry. I'm so angry. I thought, let's give Zoe a run out. He hasn't played too much. I shouldn't, admittedly, have tried to pass my way out from here. But what is my keeper doing there? That's the goal that 1-0 down to, really. I mean, I'm kind of glad that it's happened in the Cup and not necessarily in the Champions League. Let's put it that way. But the frustrating thing is that I don't mind conceding if we're getting carved open through brilliance. But when we do that to ourselves... We only really got ourselves to blame. I mean, like I said, what the keeper is doing, I don't know. Obita just needs to put it past the striker, not straight at him, and we're 2 down. Never mind, keeper saves it straight at him. Should have saved it. Oh, man. It's just, what a joke. Stutter, Jesse keeps it, and now finds Vet again. We need some runners to come in and help us out a little bit. Vet, Hofstadter, through towards De Graaf. De Graaf inside the area, pulls it back. What an interception! Oh, defensively brilliant from Feyenoord there. And Chong's going to swing in the corner. Last attack of the first half. A header from Van den Berg straight at the goalkeeper. I mean, look at the chance that we had. De Graaf with it, straight at the keeper, and then we give away a goal like that. To say that I'm angry is an understatement, but I've got to not let it get to me. We've got to try and get back in the second half. I'd much prefer, obviously, to go out of the Cup than I would any of the other 2 competitions, but... for crying out loud, some of the stuff that I do just really frustrates me. So he made a change at half-time. He brought on Erdegaard, and here he is for his first touch as he gives the ball away. To be fair to the guy, wasn't really a lot to aim at in front of him. Please tell me Obita's going to get that. He does, and this time he's able to pass it round the side of the Feyenoord player. Now Erdegaard again. Vet looking still to find an equaliser as Herrera is now found. Not the ideal place to have it, though. Erdegaard. Now Jesse. Lovely play. Jesse. Brilliant. And that is what we deserve. Look at that for movement and play. 1-1. Back in the game. Just what we needed. Herrera taps home, an easy tap in. If we missed that, we deserve to go out. But it was the way we carved it open. I mean, that back heel to from Erdegaard to Jesse, and he just lays it on a plate. My goodness me, we're having to work extremely hard here to get that chance. I mean, it is. I said there was not going to be a lot separating us, but just the way we conceded and having to do that to get back in the game. Look how many passes we had to play. They're defending brilliantly. Vet out towards Jesse, who's got the beating of his man here. And Jesse just going to pull it back on that left foot and try and drive in the area. Brought down, penalty kick, ref. Thank you very much. Huge moment to take the lead in this semi-final. Sent just committed himself, and as soon as he went to ground, all Jesse had to do was go over the trailing leg. Maybe buying the penalty, but you've got to take them when they arrive. The question is, who's going to take this? No, Milivojevic, of course. So it looks like it's going to be Ivan Herrera, maybe. Nah, he's got the worst penalties on the pitch. We actually haven't got a penalty kick taker of real quality. So, do we just give it to Herrera? Do we take it with Jesse? I think Jesse won it. Let's give Jesse the penalty then. Top right is where we're going to go. Wasn't quite top right, but it's in the back of the net. We lead 2-1. Thank goodness for this turnaround. Jesse is largely the reason why. Come on. Herrera, not too long to go now as he sends it easy to Erdegaard. Now to Vet. Vet, ball at his feet. Pokes it through. It's going to come for Chong. Chong who lifted him towards the back post. Vet was there. Now we caught out. There's a minute to play, and it should well be it if we can stop their attack. 20 seconds. Just don't let them play forward, and the referee should do it. And there it is then. Feyenoord 1, the Graafschap 2. From behind to win and reach the final. The goal we conceded, though, a lot of questions need to be asked about us because that was not good. And I genuinely thought when that went in, we were going to be in for a day where we just weren't going to get it tonight. But Jesse, he was involved in even Herrera's goal. I think he set him up, didn't he, with the assist? But it was obviously a nice team move before that. Then wins the penalty and scores it. And we head through to the cup final. And I did say there wouldn't be much separating the two sides. And there you go. 5 shots, 4 on target. 4 shots, 3 on target. 2% possession in it. Not a lot. And Jesse with a 9.5 is arguably the match winner tonight. So we advance through to a cup final. We know we've got that to look forward to at the end of the season. But up until that point, there's still so much to go. Our job is not even anywhere near done yet. As we now have to play PSV in a potential title decider here. Oh my goodness, they drop points. Yes! That is the best case scenario we could have hoped for. They lost 2-0 to Fortuna. Now, I did say last episode that would be a PSV win. And then I looked at Fortuna, realised they were into 8th place. And then I thought to myself, actually, they might nick a draw there. They've gone one better and they've taken a 2-0 win off of PSV, which puts even more emphasis now on this game. Because if they don't win, and we do, we are going to go 9 clear with only 5 games remaining. Of course, if they win, it drops it to 3. A draw will keep it at 6. So all we got to do really is just avoid defeat. We do have home advantage for this one against PSV. So that might be enough, hopefully, to carry us through. Ajax now 10 behind them. But, of course, PSV with a game in hand, they're so far behind. I don't think they're going to creep up to 2nd place. For us, though, you see the squad in just a moment. In fact, I'm actually going to make them wear a different kit there. Maybe wear the... it doesn't actually that matter too much. I'm going to make them wear the alternate. I don't want them in a home kit. But this is our team. Onana starts. Taylor, Straumann, Bardini, Panera, and Beister. Gibbs White, Patrick, and Morrison. Nabry on the left, even though he was poor in that last game, the last episode. Boss up front with De Groot on the right. Our top scorer in the Eredivisie, of course, Daniel De Groot. So we're looking at him to maybe score today and try and get us off the mark here in what will surely be, possibly for us, the title decider. For them, just a way back into it. I mean, for them, they have to win. If they don't, they're in trouble pretty much because there's not too long to go. And the other thing to think about as well, our unbeaten season is still on the cards. I mean, we have built a very good squad here. No matter what happens, where we end up, we've built ourselves a very good team in Dutch football. So hopefully my legacy will live on a little bit depending on where I end up. And like I said when I began this, I am open to moving elsewhere and seeing what else is out there. Maxi, Lozano, and was that Bergwijn? It was. So Bergwijn, who's a top scorer currently in the division, alongside Lozano on the wings. Maxi Romero was somebody I looked at bringing in, but I chose against it. Here starts in goal for them. And there is then the lineup for PSV. I think offensively, they look good, but defensively, that's where we can hurt them. I think there's going to be goals in the game for both sides here. Let's see who is going to strike first, though, as the game is underway, courtesy of Boss. And it's time then to decide if we can get this title pretty much in the bag right here. I'm not quite sure how we're fouled and he plays advantage for PSV. Oh, what a ball, and Lozano's in. Should have taken it further. What is he doing? Hervin Lozano there should have put PSV in front. I felt there was a foul in the build-up to that, though. Maybe that's just the competitive in me trying to clutch at anything I can get from the referee as Lozano for the short corner. Does a little bit of trickery and plays it to the edge of the area. Should have put his side 1-0 in front. Hervin Lozano had a lot of time to take it forward. Instead, shot early. And in the end, it was a simple save for Andre Onana. And Maxi Romero is going to lay that one off. And there's the shot coming in again. And Onana's required again. A spell here which we need to survive. PSV in the search of the opening goal. We have to get out the other side of this without conceding, as there's another delivery. Maxi! Keepers in this game are actually abysmal. They're so bad. They are so bad. he should have saved it, Onana, and he knows he should have saved it. PSV in front. They've struck first in the game. For the second time today, we're going to have to come from behind. But again, I rest my case. Onana, for me, should save this. I'm so disappointed in the goalkeepers we've had. I mean, look at that. He gets so much behind it. Should save that. Poor touch from De Groot, but we've gotten away with it. Now, Boss, Ravel Morrison has beaten the offside trap. Look at Gnabry on the other side. Morrison's going to find him. Gnabry has to be first time. It is, and Gnabry finishes it off. There is that moment of quality we were talking about. Back on level terms here just before the break. And it has to go down as Serge Gnabry because there's a lot to do here. Look at that. First time. He's got so much to do. But he's done it, and we're back in the game now then. Poor first half from us, really. Oh, man. I said there'd be goals for both teams, but I've got to be honest. I think there's still another goal in the game for PSV. They have caused us no ends of problems in this first half. Quite fortunate, really, to be going in at the break at 1 apiece, because could have been worse for us, really. I mean, like I said, Lozano should have scored him when he got through 1-on-1. And they've had a lot of the ball in our half. So, second half off and running then, and it's PSV in control of the play early on here, as they were in the first half pretty much, as the ball goes down the line. Just don't let the cross come in like that. Edge of the area, how has that still got a chance there? How has that gone all the way through for them? We need to sort ourselves out very quickly, because that right there should not have gone all the way through like it did, as De Groot tries to hit a crossfield ball towards Serge Gnabry. Does well enough to pull it back, and Gnabry through for Ravel Morrison. Morrison! Oh, it's blocked by the defender. Really good defensive play. But I don't know how on earth that ball made its way all the way into our box from the situation that it was in. Ravel Morrison's going to come off, and Martin Ødegaard on then. Boss with a corner, near post maybe. It's up. It's come out to Ødegaard. Blocked on the way through, straight into the hands of Jurkius. Gibbs White. Boss. Gnabry. Look at De Groot. De Groot back post. De Groot! Oh my God, he's in the bar! No! It was a similar chance to that of Serge Gnabry in the first half. Gnabry put it in this time, though. Oh, what is that pass from Gibbs White? There's so much riding on this game. It's actually getting a little bit tense now. And Daniel De Groot has struck one off the upright, as we could have been in front for the first time. Boss. Gibbs White. Poor pass. Gibbs White might be able to make it, and does. It was really bad from Boss. But it's come now for Gnabry. Gnabry with a curl. Straight in the hands of the goalkeeper. Oh, if Daniel De Groot finishes that, we've got a bit of an advantage. Off the bar. Ødegaard. Patrick. Herrera's in. Just a little bit too much in front of him, but that should be it now. And a 1-1 draw still does everything right for us. Keeps us 6 ahead. Unbeaten still as well. Get in. That was such a difficult game. I can't even tell you guys how difficult that was. Oh, man. That first half was so unlike us. We were poor. PSV just were knocking on the door constantly. They then got the breakthrough after Onana should have saved it. All I can say is 4 games to go, is it? And we are 6 ahead. So, or 5 games, 6 ahead. So, it's completely in our hands. All we've got to do is win, I'd say, 2 of our last fixtures, and we're pretty much there. But on another day, that could have been a different result. Obviously, De Groot hit the bar as well. We did have chances. So then, the game before our tie against Hoffenheim, and it's the 30th game week of the season. PEC Zwolle are the side we're taking on. I'm not sure who PSV are against. They don't play on the same day anyway, so they're up against Willem 2 in the Sunday game, I think, and Willem 2 are 17th. PEC are 11th. So, I mean, like I said, completely in our hands. Also, 0 defeats still on the cards. Can we do it? I'm not going to lie. I have not named a ridiculous team because I do want to take everything I can to Hoffenheim. So this is what we're going to go with. Our front three still is certainly capable of causing issues. Ødegaard in there is it's high quality, got a lot of ability, and he can make things happen. But yeah, not our strongest 11. I think the strongest 11 we would have had, of course, Milivojevic would be back in the side, and it would have been what we played. Then against PSV, just taking Milivojevic instead of Gibbs White. That would be the only change. But Gibbs White starts here because I got an email just before we came into this that apparently Milivojevic might be back. So we could well be using him against Hoffenheim. Vet, Herrera, ball under control, back towards Vet. Vet through to Ødegaard, lovely carving open. And it's gone through the legs of the goalkeeper. Should have saved it. Not the most convincing finish, but the way that we carved open that defensive line of PEC Zwolle was beauty to behold. And to be fair, I was thinking to myself, what are we in for tonight? Are we going to have a situation where they're going to sit with men behind the ball? Or will we have a situation where they will want to come and attack us? So far in the opening 13 minutes, it was a bit of both. They were trying to remain compact, but now they can't do that. Through the legs of the goalkeeper, Erdegaard finishes it. Spoke about his quality before we came into this, and that's calmed any nerves that I maybe had coming into this game because, of course, now we're in front. I'm pretty sure, unless we have a massive collapse, that we won't lose the game. Worst case scenario, I think we'll still get a draw. And, of course, that does mean okay for us, depending on PSV's result elsewhere. But the start we've made to the game suggests that we should be winning this and winning it fairly comfortably. As now for the first time, PEC up into into our half and our box. Can't get my words out. And a shot came in, and it actually wasn't too far away. Jesse into a great area now to maybe get our second goal. Jesse's ball in. Erdegaard's header straight at the keeper. Erdegaard's not really the man you want in that situation, heading that one goalwards, really, is he? I mean, it was still a decent header. Got it on target, at least. As we now try and find even Herrera with that return. Jesse was making moves down the left, but chose to try and go straight through the middle instead. So a second chance for us, and it's Erdegaard who has the header. Easily dealt with. Gibbs White now towards Chong. Chong, ball backwards. Now Vet. Vet to Jesse. Just waiting to bide our time and carve him open like that. Brilliantly done. Chong again, back post. And that is a much better header. What a move again. 2-0 in front. And that should do it then. Love to see goals like that. Look at the space that Chong had, though, at the back post. Nobody was there. I don't know what happened to them at their fullback area then. I swear there were like 2 players lining up, actually. Lovely skill from Jesse. Fake shots it. Yeah, Chong completely free. Gibbs White actually deserves a bit of credit because his run was the run that caused the fullback to make the move on the inside. And Chong was there with a fantastic header to make it 2. Jesse now towards Abita. Abita crossing. Where's big Andy Carroll? I mean, Vet's going to pick up this ball, so we're still in possession. But I don't know where Andy Carroll is at the moment. Gibbs White just trying to work the space maybe. And now he will find Chong. Andy Carroll waits, maybe. No, now he's on the edge of the area. Still, what's he doing? Look, do you see where Andy Carroll is right now, ladies and gentlemen? Not the area you want Andy Carroll in. He's just not effective there, is he? So, again, I don't know why he does it. Why is it Andy Carroll in this game doesn't play to his strengths? I don't know. But there's the full-time whistle. 2-0 victory, 3 points in the bag. Winning ways in the league, which is nice to see, of course. And depending on what PSV do now, it's essentially, hopefully, our title. And for our final game of the day, it is time for Hoffenheim. Hey, that rhymes. Away first. So I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna go for it here. I have to try, as I've said numerous times before, about the away goals. So we've got to take the game to them. There is the side. Milivojevic is going to start. He has a little plaster next to him, though. So he might not be able to complete the full 90 minutes, but we'll see how long he lasts for. And Bardini Panera, as well, of course, is suspended after his quick-fire red card in the last round against Manchester City. So it means that Todibo is going to play alongside Straumann tonight. And I am going to give, as well, the captaincy back over to Milivojevic, as he was our captain in the side before his injury. So there we go. I don't know what to expect from this. I didn't expect to get past Manchester City, if I'm being honest with you. So let's see what the first leg against Hoffenheim brings. Now, I did take a quick look as well around the world to see what jobs are currently going. And interestingly enough, there's a couple of jobs in the French league. And at the moment, PSG are not running away with it. Lyon are top of the league by about 6 points. So that's kind of interesting to see. I wanted to see the lineup for Hoffenheim. And here it is then for you at home as well. A 5-3-2, sorry. They're mirrored by one of their danger players, Lanzini Vilhena. I feel like that's a really attacking midfield 3. Willian Jose and Marega up front. Kurt Zuma in the back line for them as well. Only just noticed him. But it's a strong side, and of course, it's a great place to play at. Hoffenheim will be right up for this game. We arguably knocked out one of the best sides in Manchester City. Now, how far can we actually go is the big question mark. Was it luck, or was it actual skill? I can't even deny it. For the opening 15 minutes, we've been in our own half. Hoffenheim have started off to an absolute flyer, looking to get crosses in early doors, playing wide with that fullback that they've got. You know, the 5 at the back with the fullbacks, attacking fullbacks. As that's not a great pass out from Ravel Morrison. And now he might be in a bit of trouble. Taylor, though, picks up that ball. And another one. Just play it easy. That wasn't actually meant for Serge Gnabry, but luckily Gnabry has won it really well. Nowhere for him to really go, though, as De Groot. Boss makes the run down the middle. Here we go, then. He's up against 3 defenders, though, and Kurt Zouma stops that attack before it even began. That's the first time we've been out of our half so far. Greg Taylor up towards Gnabry. Gnabry to Boss. Boss has got the run on the inside, coming in from Ravel Morrison. Is there a bit too much on that? No! Baumann comes out and has made a terrific save. That pass, though, from Boss just needed a little bit less weight. You can see Ravel Morrison kind of stretching. Oh, that would have hurt Baumann, wouldn't it? Straight in the area that would hurt the most. Jeez, he's quite... he's up for it. He seems all right, but it would have hurt. Fantastic save, though. Patrick from distance, maybe. Patrick with a moment of quality. What a strike. 1-0. Get in! What an effort! From the Youth Academy, has scored a massively important away goal. You could argue against the run of play here as well, because we have been on the back foot since the game began. And look at that from Patrick. Outside of the right boot, into the top corner. Baumann, no chance. 1-0 de Graafschap. And remember, I started off by saying, was it luck or was it skill beating Manchester City? There was nothing lucky about that strike. What an effort. Oh, man, I just need to recompose myself now, though, because I got a little bit ahead of myself seeing it go in, as Noah Beister does really well up against Schulz. To be fair, they've not really done too well tonight, utilising their fullbacks here. Hoffenheim, and now there might be a chance for another breakaway as Ravel Morrison plays it back towards Daniel De Groot, who pretty much started the move off. De Groot now in towards the area, trying to pull it back maybe for Boss. Boss into a great position, straight at the keeper. Boss, you've got to score. You've got to score. We should have been 2 to the good. Boss with the corner now over everybody, and out it goes. Half-time looming, and it should have been 2. How has he missed it? Panned over to the Hoffenheim fans, and they're all celebrating. They're 1-0 down. I don't understand that. Were they expecting to get smashed or something? Because it's like, it just panned over to them, and they're all like jumping about, happy as Larry, but they're losing the game, so I don't understand really why they are. Nevertheless, second half is underway, and I'm thinking about bringing on even Herrera for Boss, because although he's not done too much wrong tonight, that chance that he just had there where he hit it straight at Baumann, he should have scored. Or maybe I'll wait a little bit and maybe bring off De Groot, because he looks a little bit tired out there so far. But still, 45 to go. I'd have taken 1-0 before kickoff. So we're just going to have to hold on to this if we can. But I've got every feeling they're going to be trying to go for this now in the second half, as Beister has done enough there, but it's going to be a corner ball for Hoffenheim. Oh, Boss. No, that was supposed to go for Ravel Morrison, and he was in if it had have done. Talk about him. He's not having the greatest game out there, Boss, and that pass shows it, as De Groot's going to pick up this one. Now De Groot out wide towards Gnabry. What a ball from Daniel De Groot. Serge Gnabry turning on the inside and continuing. Gnabry! Oh, Baumann! Oh, what a save! Oh, what a save! I'm pretty sure he's got a touch on this. I have to see it again, because I thought for sure that Serge Gnabry had made it too. He has got a touch on it. What a save from Baumann onto the post. Oh, what a save. Willian Jose out wide. Ball down the line. Todibo up against Marega. Todibo's got to go over and try and sort this out. Now it's chance to put a cross in. There it is. Demirbay. He's done it again. He's actually done it again. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Do you know what? He's going to get dropped. I cannot believe he's done it again. What annoys me so much is that we don't deserve that. We really don't deserve that. You go one up the other end. Baumann for them has been sensational, kept them in the game. The first time Onana has been asked to do anything tonight. The header is straight at him and he's unable to keep it out. And that's our advantage pretty much gone now, because all they have to do is score once at our place and that's the away goal over with. What a joke. What a joke. 1-1 on the night. It should have been 1-0. I think Andre Onana has just played his final game for the club. I think he has. The faith that you put into a player There's only so many times you can do that before you can't excuse it anymore. And I think doing 2 of the same type of blunder today in 2 of arguably the biggest games that we've had, PSV in one of the games, you know, for a league title, and then the Champions League round of 16, it's not good enough for somebody who's 85 rated, you know. We could have had somebody who's 78 rated do the same job, let the same goal in. In fact, having said that, we could have had somebody who's 60 rated. We could have had a youth academy player playing in net, and they would have let that in. So what was he worth £18 million for? I spoke about the quality he was going to bring to the team, Onana. I expected it, and it hasn't turned out that way. And that is going to be a sour, sour end to today's episode. I'm so upset. Oh, man. If he saves it, it's 1-0. We have an advantage. Well, all it means is we just have to draw the game 0-0 at our place and we're through. But, oh, for God's sake, all he's got to do is save that. Well, quite the episode for this man then, as he just played his final game for us. What would you guys do? Let me know in the comment section. Would you still be playing your faith into Andre Onana and starting him in the rest of the games? Or would you be paying your faith into Zwolle? I mean, he also had a blunder in the first game, didn't he? But not quite as bad. But what would you guys be doing? Let me know in the comment section, because at this point, I don't quite know what to do. For me, the 2 goals he's conceded, Onana, he should have saved them both, I think. So that's what's making me think and have second thoughts about bringing him in. Bowman was brilliant for Hoffenheim, and that shows you, they're a similar rating in both these goalkeepers. One of them has kept his side in it, and arguably we could have been through from that game there. The other one has allowed the other team back into it. So let me know what you guys would do with a comment down below. But if you have enjoyed today's episode, a like would be greatly appreciated. As always, a massive, massive thank you for all of the support on the channel. Here is how it looks for our league at the moment. 4 games remain, 6 points clear, 12 to play for. I think we are hopefully champions-elect, but also unbeaten. I still want that. And arguably, the running we've got is very possible. ADO up next. Who is after that? Then we've got Terenveen. That might be a tough game. Following that, we take on Fortuna, who of course beat PSV, and then Venlo for the final game of the season. So I believe our unbeaten run could still be possible. Heerenveen have to take on PSV as well. They've also got FC Emmen. If we look at the tough games that they've got to play, who else they're facing? Utrecht, and then finally Vitesse. So we'll see how their games finish. But goal difference in our favour, points in our favour. Question is, have we let Hoffenheim back into the game with that goal in that last one? We're going to find that out at a later stage in next episode. First up, ADO, then Hoffenheim, then Heerenveen, followed by the final of the cup. In fact, no, I'll play the 3 games and then we'll leave that final for its own individual episode. Until next time, guys, a massive thank you, and I hope you've all had a great week. Hopefully you guys are having a great week off as well from school, work, whatever it is that you guys are up to. Of course, I know a few parts of the country are off school or what have you, so have a great off time, week off. That's what I went for. Until next time, though, I'll see you all again soon. Adios.